I am excited to show you today some future antiques. Can we call them that? You know, I love antique teaware, especially Aynsley in the color turquoise. That is what I have been collecting for way too many years, but I'm excited to actually check out some brand new Aynsley. And I say future antiques because it has that feeling of antique look, but it's brand new. So if you're kind of like, you want to enjoy that tea party feel, but you don't want to go antiquing or thrifting, or maybe you want it to be brand new to you. You want to be the one that has collected this item and, handled it with care and know all the history that's gone into it because it's your history. And then you want to be able to pass it down to your family members. I just love that. Let's explore this Aynsley collection that I have right here. Let's get these unboxed. Whew. We did it. This is brand spanking new. Brand new, a beautiful collection. And does it not look so much reminiscent of parts of my own collection? So this here corset shape, so gorgeous. And I love the daisies. So this is Aynsley's Daisy collection. And we have the different color teacups, and it's the corset style. I just love it. And did you know that I actually only have one teapot? Now I have two from Aynsley. I find it harder to find the teapots, and it's harder to collect those teapots too, but teacups, I mean, clearly that's my jam. And this one is just, that one of course speaks to me in that Aynsley color, but I love how you can mix and match them like this. The teapot only comes in the pink in this collection, in the Daisy collection. Of course, they have other ones, different styles and looks and everything, but today we are talking about the Daisy collection. So the teapot holds 650 milliliters. It is so gorgeous. I love this swoop. I love the little detail on the lid. So gorgeous. It has hand-painted gold trim around it. So gorgeous. And then it has the little lid holder thing. And inside, when you look inside the teapot, you'll see that it does have like the strainer, so that if you were putting loose leaf tea in here, not all of it is going to come out. Of course, it would depend on how fine your leaves are. So gorgeous. The cups each hold about 150 milliliters. Personally, I love drinking tea out of a fine bone china tea cup. It's just, it feels so much better. The way it touches my lip, the way it like consumes, like it's just, I love it. Underneath, you will see Aynsley's back stamp. So if you are familiar with my set, the back stamps kind of show you roughly what date it would have been made in. A lot of mine are from the 1950s and 1960s, some from the 30s and 40s. And then I do have that one from, I think it is 1905 or 1908. That is my yellow Aynsley set. And that's where I actually have the teapot as well. So, and my first Aynsley, if you didn't already know, my very first Aynsley that I collected when I was like, I don't know, 20 years old, it was a corset shape as well. So I am very fond of this shape. I will say when I'm comparing this, the brand new teacups by Aynsley compared to my collection of like antique ones, the handle is the only thing that I really feel is a different feeling. It feels a little bit thicker, a little bit sturdier. So I'm not disappointed in that actually. It feels really nice. Sometimes the antique ones almost feel so delicate, and I think that a lot of times you'd see like that's where things would crack or things would happen as you use them. But I still believe things need to be used. Like, I mean, you do what you like, but I just enjoy using and loving them. So each teacup comes with its matching saucer, of course. I love the Aynsley and all of the daisy designs. It's so beautiful. Our daisies are not out yet. I wish they were, but Each teacup and saucer come with a little sticker on it. And I love that because there's actually one teacup and saucer in my collection that still has its sticker on it. So it's so cute. I'm going to, of course, take all of these stickers off so that we can properly use them and enjoy this tea set together. When you have spectacular china like this, you're going to want to make sure that you take care of it properly. So there are a few standard rules, and this applies to these as well. You don't want to, of course, put them in the microwave. Number one, it has gold on it, so that is not good for the microwave. You don't want to put it in the dishwasher. Again, it's that gold. You're going to end up, having your gold come off a lot sooner. It's going to, fade away. So you don't want to do that. You want to care for these. So you're going to hand wash these. And I really feel like that's a great time to be able to almost use it as like a meditative experience, or just enjoy it. Sometimes doing dishes can be just a lot. Like, I know that it's, all the time sometimes, and it's just, I don't want to do it. But when you're doing this, and if you kind of just like put on some music that you like, or stop and listen to the birds, or look out the window if you can and see what's going on, feel the temperature. And as well, while you're doing that, I find it's a great time to like really give your teacups and your teapots a really good handling, really get to know them. Are there any cracks? Especially if you're using antique teaware, you're gonna wanna be making sure that there's no cracks or no crazing or any chips or anything like that. You're gonna wanna be aware of that. So this is a great time to be able to, after you use it, give it a really nice bath and really just like pay attention and get to know your tea set. Another thing when I'm looking at caring for my teacups is that I make sure that I don't leave the tea sitting in it. I want to give them a quick rinse because I don't want to get that staining. And then I'll actually go back and properly wash them. They're so gorgeous. This is just so beautiful. I'm just like overtaken with the design and the style. They're just so cute. And I love how on the inside it shows the daisies as well. So beautiful, so beautiful. Now let's take this set for its first tea party. I just placed the loose leaf tea right into the teapot and then filled up with the hot water. And then I'm going to let it steep for a little bit and enjoy my surroundings. Of course, I tested this out first and made sure that no leaves were coming through, which there were not. And then I stopped using the extra strainer and just went and poured directly from the teapot. The teapot really just poured like a dream. It was lovely. Such a beautiful shape as well. Now all that's left to do is to enjoy the tea and my surroundings. It's so important to use these pieces. Although they may look like little pieces of art, and I believe that they are, they shine best when used. The daisies on this set are so beautiful. Perfect for springtime. This teapot poured like a dream. I was very happy with it. There was no leaves coming out. I had a nice floral jasmine tea. It was a white tea. It was so beautiful, and it was just perfect. So as much as these can serve as little pieces to have on display in your home, I think it's still very important to use them. And of course, you can always pack them away in this box, although this box does make a really beautiful gift. So they are ready for gift giving. So speaking of gifts, I need to say a huge thank you to Aynsley for reaching out to me and asking if they could send this tea set to me. Thank you so much. I also have a code for you, and that is a 25% off code for the Aynsley store. I'm going to leave all the information down below as well as on the screen for you, so you can pick up 25% off on your order. And I would love to hear if you purchase something. Let me know. I want to know. I want to hear what you got. If you have any questions or comments, I would love to chat with you down below. Can't wait to talk with you. Until next time, take care. Bye. I need to go fill this back up. They're so beautiful. Of course, this one's my favorite. Turquoise.